The watch that I have on my wrist today is not a watch for everybody. And it's one of those things that if you have a small wrist, there's literally nothing you can do about it. This watch just isn't for you. But if you still want to know some information about this watch, or maybe the smaller version would be somewhat appealing to you, then stick with me for the rest of the video and see what I have to say about the IWC Big Pilot. The reason I call it Big Pilot is because it's the biggest Big Pilot, and it's 46.2 millimeters in case diameter. This watch, you know, I thought my Panerai was a chunky watch at 45 millimeters until I got the chance to spend some time with the Big Pilot 46.2 millimeters. Now this watch is 15.6 millimeters in thickness, and I would usually lose my mind over a watch being this unnecessarily thick. When you would think of a chronograph, when you would think of a perpetual calendar, a more complicated watch, then I understand it being thicker, but it's actually not so bad. The thickness does not bother me in this watch at all, because somewhat with how big the case is, it looks pretty proportional. Now when I was asked if I want to take this watch and spend some time with it and review it, I said yes, absolutely. I love the Big Pilot, but I've seen before the 43 millimeter version of the Big Pilot, and so when the guy handed it to me, I took it. I was pretty shocked because this is a bad boy. This is a chunky watch, and although I got some pretty thick wrists, I can wear my bigger watches fairly easy. 43 millimeter watch is not that big for me, nor not saying that I prefer massive watches, but I can pull them off. This 46 millimeter watch, it intimidated me a little bit. I put it on my wrist and it was so beautiful before I put it on my wrist that when I put it on my wrist, it was like, why does it have to be so big? But I kind of wanted to spend some time with it because it was so beautiful. So 2 weeks I had the watch on my wrist. 2 weeks I've done things with it around the home. I went to work. Basically it's the only watch I wore, and I have mixed up feelings and mixed up emotions about it. And everything positive that I have to say about this watch is simply because this watch is amazing. The way it's built, from the case materials and design to the strap quality, this watch just overall is phenomenal. It's gotten two amazing things that I've absolutely loved since day one, and that is, one, obviously the big crown. It's a watch that just stands out. IWC really did a good job with this crown, because I think most watch brands want to make their models so they stand out without being overly crazy engineered and designed. And the two things that, like I said, IWC did phenomenal with the Big Pilot is the crown and the two rivets on the strap. By having these two rivets, it's just such a subtle little detail that screams IWC. It just belongs to them. No other watch out there has them, and it's just a very interesting detail. It's not necessarily needed, it's not very utilitarian, but it's just, it works. It's nice. It's more rugged, and it just screams IWC, and that is a win for them. You can spot the watch from a mile away, and there's nothing wrong with that. The watch is pretty simple when you look at the dial. It's got the numbers 1 through 11, with 6 being replaced by the date window. 3 o'clock has also been replaced by the power reserve, and the number 2 and 4 is cut in half. It almost gives you the feel that the power reserve subdial was put on top, which looks pretty nice. The one thing that we cannot skip, that we should mention, is the power reserve itself. You know, when you spend time with a watch that has 7 days of power reserve, it really angers you when you look at all of your other watches and know that none of them can keep up with this watch. And then you have most of the watches with bullshit 36, 48, 72. None of them just can even come close to what this watch can do, and that is amazing. If we're looking back in the good old times in the 50s, 60s, 70s, when watches were tools, when people had one watch to show the time, didn't have a lot of watches. Now, if you're a watch enthusiast, you automatically have a couple of watches, and so you rotate them, and so we need more than your average 40 hours of power reserve. 7 days, just amazing. Like, I put the watch down for 3 days, and I picked it up, and I still have lots, and that's just amazing. The hands are fairly simple, extremely easy to see and read, but they're not boring. They're just very sweet, nicely crafted. And especially the second hand, extremely long second hand. This second hand's gotta be a good inch. And this watch is technically, it's a pilot's watch. It's supposed to be for pilots. And I understand the big crown and its use. Pilots, they, with their gloves on, it just makes it really easy to screw the crown, unscrew the crown, do your thing. But the watch itself, I will never understand, why does it have to be so big? If it has to be big just for the sake, like, just because we wanted a bigger watch, then fine. But if you say that because it's a pilot's watch, I mean, divers go in the deep, dark waters. I mean, there's other industries out there where people use their watches more in the dark or more in like not so comfortable conditions where they need a bigger watch. Isn't that true? That's the number one problem I have. My number two is, shouldn't GMT watches be pilot's watches? You might call me crazy, but GMT watch, I get it, it's a travel watch. It shows you, the time in 2 or 3 time zones, but that's kind of what a fucking pilot does. Like, he travels from point A to point B. Most of the time, point A to point B for the pilots have 2 time zones. They kind of want to read to know, be on time. What is it about this watch that makes it a pilot's watch? What is it about this watch that makes it a pilot's watch and not a field watch? I mean, if we look at a Hamilton khaki field and this watch, or a Mark 20, let's just take a Mark 20. What's the difference? One's considered a field watch, one's considered a pilot's watch. And both of these watches have a pretty dog shit water resistance. The better thing about this watch in particular is that it has a screw down crown, so that's already better, because a lot of the field watches don't, and that's kind of shitty. These are a few things that I get confused all the time about the field watches and pilot's watches. You might call me crazy, and I know there's gonna be people in the comments telling me to go through the history, and these are some of the things that I have on my mind when I look at this watch. If I'm thinking about this watch as being a pilot's watch, but if I just remove that out of my equation and problem, and I just look at this watch as just a watch, it's phenomenal. It's so beautiful. It is so simple. The strap is such good quality. It's a thick, rugged, phenomenal strap and clasp. It just looks luxurious. It screams quality, and it's so comfortable. It's a strap like no other. I really haven't spent much time with a nicer leather strap. It's thick, it's tough, yet just soft enough. Makes me very happy that I spend time with this watch. And I will consider buying. Definitely not the 46 millimeters. Unless you are much taller than me, then maybe. I am 5'8", 200 pounds. I can rock my big watches. I don't prefer them like that. But if you're bigger than me, taller than me, then this is definitely a watch for you. Nonetheless, it's just phenomenal. The fluted crown. I just don't want to give it back. It's just so well made. It's just so unique. But it's big. Could have been a little smaller. Why did he get this big one? I want to spend time with the 43 millimeters now. I want the 43 millimeters in my collection. Should should I get the Big Pilot 43 millimeters or the Mark 20? Write me down in the comments below, whichever you guys prefer, and that's the one I will do my best to pull the trigger within the next couple of months. Anyways, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here to the end. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know what you guys think of the Big Pilot. Comment down below. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.